Okay, we're trying again with shoutouts, news you can use, and events not to miss. Let me just see if it did an error message again. It says it's connecting, so that's good news. We want that to happen. It's still working on the connecting. Sometimes it delays things. I don't understand why, but we will keep going here. Okay, so let me refresh and just see if it pops up this time. It should okay. I see me. We're here. Okay. Thanks. Awesome. Okay, Marie, can you hear me okay? Yay? Yay? Yes? Can you hear me now? Excellent. Okay, so it didn't save all of my little things, but it's fine. Shoutouts, news you can use, and events not to miss. Here we are. Welcome to the November edition of our shoutouts, news you can use, and events not to miss. I have lots of fun things to cover. Of course, all the things that we did in October, and then coming up and looking forward to November. So lots of shoutouts to give today. And so let's just get started with some shout outs from October. Big shout out and thank you to all of you who came and celebrated 22 years of Peppershock with us at our Shocktoberfest, our annual celebration, work appreciation for the crew, all of the community, the business community. And of course, it was also our word of mouth mixer for October. We just didn't want to do two events in 1 month. So we just combined it all into Shocktoberfest and word of mouth mixer. And we want to say thank you to Vesper Bar, Bree, who made the wicked good drinks, and of course to the mentoring network that we did a fundraiser for. And so they had their volunteers come out and help us with raffle tickets and all the fun things. And then, of course, to the gift basket donors, prize donors for giving raffle prizes, and then everyone who paid for raffle tickets and won. So we want to say thank you to Battle Space Idaho for the birthday party package raffle. And they do some really pretty cool things. They really get uh, kids off their devices and connected in a different way. So Battle Space Idaho, and you can check out what they do at battlespaceidaho.com. And so they gave us a big birthday package party, and I think Kim won that. So congratulations to her, Kim Bird. And then, of course, Peterson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram there in Nampa, they donated a complimentary oil change, and my mother-in-law won it. So congratulations to her for having purchased raffle tickets for our Mentoring Network fundraiser. We also had Metro Express car wash vouchers, and then we also Marie put together a lovely basket Halloween theme and things like that. So thanks to her for that. And then we donated 2 hours of studio recording time in this Potterific Peppershock podcast studio. And so that's going to be fun to work with somebody to create their podcast. And then we also did 2 hours of production time in the video production studio here at Peppershock. So going to have some fun doing some fun things in the studios. So want to say thank you for that. And also want to say thank you to my mother-in-law, Rini. She did a handmade fall-themed table runner, of course, expertly sewn by her. And then we also want to say thank you to Kismet Beasley and Don Rising from the Silver Sage Girl Scouts for donating the wonderful highly coveted Girl Scout cookies. And we had prizes and games and things that we did. And that you can actually see on the Peppershock page some of the movies that people had to guess. So go onto the page and see what you can guess after I'm done talking about all of our shout outs things you can use. But the all the fun games and things organized by Marie and Christy and Armina, our intern from College of Idaho. They did the scary movie where you had to look at the poster and guess what movie it was. And then we also had where you had to look at images and decipher what those were. And then we also had count how many candy corn were in the jar. I admittedly inadvertently ate some candy corn, not knowing that it was going to be a game later in the week. So they had to count them again. I was like, "Ooh, look, candy corn, cool." Yeah, that was a game. Anyway, so they had to guess that and a bunch of other things to guess how many were in the bucket, and people won prizes. And then, of course, Marie was for the night, she was our Esmeralda. She was our fortune teller. Oh my gosh, had so much fun. And so want a big shout out to those that came and celebrated with us. And always a fun time. We have a costume contest going on. So all of the costumes where people dressed up for Shocktoberfest are on our Facebook page in an album. And the photo with the most likes and shares and comments will the winner of the costume will be the winner of the costume contest, and they'll get a gift certificate to Flying M Coffee Garage. So, or coffee, any, I guess their gift certificates work at any of the Flying M's. So they will get that. So go and be sure and vote for your favorite costume on our Peppershock page, and you can see all the fun costumes that we had this year for the scary Hollywood horror theme. So um, yeah, horror, not horror, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of a fun thing. I feel like my audio is kind of hot. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Let's see if I can do that. Drew tells me I talk too loud sometimes. Let's see. There's the settings. There we go. Yeah. So anyhow, those types of things are coming up. And then some other things that we want to say thank you to those who we wanted to say some celebrations and appreciations. So we celebrated Brian, our video production manager and drone pilot. His birthday was in October, on October 8th. And then Workversaries, Marie's Workversary was October 7th. And of course, she's approaching her last day here with us at Peppershock as she retires fully this time. She'll retire. And we are going to welcome Bailey, our new admin / marketing coordinator, and she's learning from Marie this week. So you'll get to see Bailey at the Word of Mouth Mixer that's happening tomorrow night at the Boise State Esports Arena. So we'll talk about that. Also want to give some shout outs to our podcast guests, Sarah Ney. She's the CEO and now author from Duct Tape Marketing. Super fun to have her on the show. Jennifer Dalton from Brand Mirror, and then David Edminer from Content Workshop for some podcast collaborations. So you'll want to be sure to subscribe to the Marketing Expedition podcast, and especially pick up on some of these podcast guests that are phenomenal people. Duct Tape Marketing, they have had a podcast for 30 years, I think, before podcasting was even cool. They made the trend. And her dad created Duct Tape Marketing and the Duct Tape Marketing podcast. So it was really such an honor to be having somebody from Duct Tape Marketing and Sarah taking over that position. So super, super cool. Duct Tape Marketing is a big deal in our world. So if you know anything about Duct Tape Marketing, we got to have Sarah, the CEO, on our podcast. And then, cool enough, I got to be on their podcast too. So I've been on, a top 1% podcast as a guest, and we had a top 1% guest on our show. So nothing but good things to help elevate the world here, and all ships rise with the tide. So good to talk with those people, and just want to shout out and say thank you for being on the show. And then appreciation for the Peppershock crew and all of our contractors, all of the things that have been going on. We had such a packed month of marketing audits, strategy sessions, and creative this whole entire month of October and into November. We're doing more marketing audits. Seems like everybody wanted to save them up till now, which is great. And I'm very grateful and appreciative that we get to bring on some new clients now, and some big announcements will happen here pretty soon as we continue to grow, and we will have some big things coming up to share with you. Not quite yet, but we'll let you know, because the letter of intent has been signed. So you'll have to stay tuned for some big announcements coming for Peppershock and some community partners that we're working with. So stay tuned for that. You're going to be excited. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. We're growing again. And this is I couldn't be more happy and thrilled about the fact that we are growing again. Okay, so another thing, we also participated in the 37th annual downtown trick or treating. It was a huge turnout for Halloween festivities, and passing out kids to all the or passing out candy to all the kids. No, we're not passing out kids. We're passing out candy to all the kids. But yeah, we had that. Some other big things that are happening in our world. We're transitioning to QuickBooks Online, so that's underway. Going through that process. So hopefully we'll be able to do some more streamlined things with all of that and moving away from our legacy software that we've had since 2012. So we'll in QuickBooks Online, I had no idea how much more advanced it is now than the last time we looked at it, and all the things that we can integrate with it. We're still just learning all about what QuickBooks Online can even is capable of doing. So that's happening. Other things that you need to know as far as news that you can use, things to think about here: marketing trends, Black Friday holiday campaign planning, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and then Giving Tuesday. All things that you need to take into consideration in your marketing efforts on your social media, all the places that you are sharing and showing and telling. So think about those things coming up. Let's see. I think we already talked about the podcast. Yeah, we're continuing to climb the charts with that, which is pretty cool. Subscriptions. If you go listen to the Marketing Expedition podcast, go give us a review, and I will do shout outs for you as well. Because I love it when people give us those wonderful reviews, because that's like gold in the podcast world, right? It helps us elevate and do more and beyond. All right, so events not to miss. Of course, our word of mouth mixer. It is tomorrow. So if you're listening to this later, it is November 5th, Wednesday, November 5th, at the Boise State Esports Arena from 4 to 6 p.m. So that is going to be on the corner of Front Street and Capitol Boulevard, from 4 to 6:30 p.m. And we're going to have tours at the esports center. We're going to have this cool passport that Christy made for us, that you get to go talk to all the sponsors in partnership with the Idaho Food Bank. And then the Idaho Central Credit Union Green Money Machine will be there. Christy will be there. And so the passport activity will be for your chance to enter into the ICCU Green Money Machine to grab some cold hard cash. But you have to go visit each one of our sponsors and get your passport stamped, for a chance at to grab the green for your chance to grab the green, meaning that once you've gone to all of them, you've talked to all the sponsors, and our esports arena friends that are supporting and hosting us, you can then enter for a chance to win. So super cool. We've done it once before, and I think they had over $300 in cash. So just saying, I'm not sure what they're going to do tomorrow, but show up. It'll be fun. Make some meaningful connections, take a tour, and learn about the esports center. I had no idea that, first of all, our college students could get a degree in esports, and that they are in our team is like national championships like 3 times over, even more probably. We'll have to talk to Riley and see exactly how many. Don't quote me on exactly how many, but I didn't know anything about this until Riley came to one of our word of mouth mixers and shared all about it. And then now we're getting to go there and tour the space, and they're hosting our word of mouth mixer for the month. So November 5th, 4 to 6:30 p.m. Go register. You missed out on early bird pricing, but you snooze, you lose. That's how it goes, right? But if you really need, a break, let me know. I can give you a 10% off promo code. But just comment or reach out to me and we can make that happen. But otherwise, it's only $25. So go, and you're going to get more than the value than what you paid for. I promise you. So there's that. They'll have food and beverage and all the fun things. The other thing, the Nampa Business Day actually got canceled. They're removing that. They will be at a different location, different time coming up. So that one's to be determined. Oh yeah, we're gonna have our Peppershock potluck just for a team here. That'll come up. Cascade Chamber of Commerce is a client, so I always like to share things that our clients are doing. They have their monthly after hours, so go check out Cascade Chamber of Commerce if you happen to be in the Cascade area. Go visit and support our little resort town in Cascade. It's super fun. Also, coming up, we're going to do our Thanksgiving week Peppershock gratitude posts. We're going to have some fun with that. And then, speaking of word of mouth mixer, we've got the one for tomorrow, November 5th. And then coming up in December, we're going to have the word of mouth mixer at the Lee Pesky Learning Center. And you can go to peppershock.com/events and get all the details for that as well and get registered for that. And go register so that you can get early bird pricing, by the way. And then in January, our annual new marketing trends for the new year workshop, January 15th. We're going to have it at Washington Federal Headquarters, kind of behind HP on Meeker Avenue. And we're going to be in their training room. And I'm going to tell you now, space will be limited because they have a capacity for the room. And last year we sold enough tickets for the capacity. So you're going to need to get your tickets early if you want to get in. Otherwise, you're going to have to watch the workshop on Zoom, which is totally fine. We had, about a dozen people on Zoom last year. And that means it just can be open to anybody. But we're going to talk about new marketing trends for the new year. We've got some wonderful speakers. We're going to include Kim Sherman-Laram from SBDC and some other speakers that are coming on board with some sponsors. And by the way, if you're interested in sponsoring new marketing trends for the new year, let us know. Reach out to us. Marie and Bailey are going to help with coordinating sponsors for that event. And so new marketing trends for the new year at WAFED. And then immediately following the new marketing trends for the new year is going to be our workshop. So it'll be the workshop, and then it'll be our word of mouth mixer immediately following. And I'm proud to say that this whole idea stemmed from last year's new marketing trends for the new year. And then we had a reception following, and people were like, wouldn't it be great if we could do this every month? And then they signed up for it for every month. And then I decided, I don't know, I want proof of performance before we open it up to 2026. And it's just been continuing to grow and grow and grow. And so, thanks to all of those of you who participate in new marketing trends for the new year, and then come to the word of mouth mixer following that. And every month, it's been just wonderful to see the growth, because every time we hosted at a different location, a different venue, a different sponsor, all of their people come, and then now suddenly we're mixing everybody together, and then it's continuing to grow the word of mouth. And that's exactly what word of mouth marketing is. And it's fueling word of mouth and connecting and reconnecting beyond the walls of the venue of the event and continuing to grow. I just reconnected today with a word of mouth mixer attendee. We have a new client from the word of mouth mixers when they came to our event. Other people are getting new clients too, or building relationships. And not always is it just the people who are in the venue, in the room. It's also the people that they know that they can then refer to as well. So keep that in mind. It's like a ripple effect and helping fuel your word of mouth. And word of mouth mixers continuing to grow. So come to the word of mouth mixer tomorrow, even if you've never been. Bring some friends, bring colleagues, bring other people that you know that need to help accelerate their business, to build their brand, build relationships, make those connections happen, because you just never know who you're going to meet and how those connections are truly going to be meaningful to help you fuel your business. And I know that they've certainly helped us, and I want to pay it forward to everybody that attends so that they can continue to pay it forward as well. We also have the Facebook group to join the Word of Mouth Mixer. So it's Word of Mouth Mixers Treasure Valley Facebook group and LinkedIn group as well. So go post your photos, go post your reconnects, all the things that you can do. Okay, other events not to miss, and then we'll wrap this up. Meridian Chamber of Commerce Boots and Business Gala is this Thursday. Live music, raffle, dancing, fundraising, all kinds of fun things going on there. And then the Man and Woman of the Year Luncheon, recognizing top leaders. That is coming up as well in November. And then the Women in Leadership Fireside Chat, First Friday Networking. And then we've got the elected officials reception, all kinds of fun things going on there. And then for the Boise Chamber, the CEO Speaker Series. The Speaker Series, I know that there's one coming up as well on the 5th, and then the elected officials reception. All the fun things that you can do to continue to connect beyond just the word of mouth mixer too. Also, Boys and Girls Club is reminding us that November is World Kindness Month. And then, of course, coming up with Giving Tuesday. Of course, so it goes Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and then Giving Tuesday. So plan your gifts for Giving Tuesday. I know that that's a big deal for all of our nonprofits who are going through a funding shortage right now. So if you have it in your heart, think about the nonprofits that you are, maybe you haven't contributed either time, talent, or treasure, but think about the nonprofits that are in our world that could really use some help because they help our neighbors, help our people, right? Other things. So let's see. No Shave November is an awareness, raising awareness for cancer research. And then, of course, the World Kindness Month we talked about. Um, November is also National Gratitude Month and National Entrepreneur Month. So we'll be showing some of our Peppershock gratitude the week of Thanksgiving coming up. And then I want to leave you with our Marketing Essentials moment. I do this on the Marketing Expedition podcast. I always have a Marketing Essentials moment, the basics that you need to help you continue to build your brand and bottom line. So here's a tip. Don't let your brand go dark over the holidays. Schedule your content in advance and use stories or short videos to keep your brand top of mind, even when your office is closed. Because sometimes people are scrolling on their social media when they have holiday vacations or just doing things to continue to keep your brand out there. And then do a thankful type of post. Run a thankful for your clients campaign to boost engagement and goodwill. And tagging other people in your posts helps then you also reciprocate and get seen. So, all right, some closing reminders. Peppershock.com/events to go register for Word of Mouth Mixer. Go to Apple Podcast or the marketingexpedition.com website to subscribe to the podcast. Go leave us a Google review. Of course, we'll do shout outs for anybody who does. Sign up for our newsletter. You can go to our website to do that. You can also go to poderific.com if you want to rent this podcast recording studio, and we can do either remote or in person, or for renting our video production studio. And go follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, any of the places out there. And then reach out if you have news that we could use and events not to miss and shout outs for the month. So, with that, just a heartful message from me, and then I will close it out. So, as we reflect on generosity, creativity, and the spirit that made Shocktoberfest so wonderful, and all of the community partners that we have, and every community initiative a success, we are truly humbled by the outpouring of the support of the people who work with us and support us or partner with us or collaborate with us, whether you donated a gift basket or you volunteered your talents, or you sponsored one of our Word of Mouth Mixers events, or simply just showed up with a smile and made a connection. You've definitely made a meaningful difference for us, to our business partners, local organizations, and every individual who has contributed their time and resources and encouragement. Just simply thank you. Your commitment fuels our mission and strengthens our bond that make our community extraordinary, right? So let's all continue to lift each other up, celebrate our wins, and create positive impact together. And here's to kindness, gratitude, and the power of working as one. And with a heartfelt thanks, thank you from us and the Peppershock crew. We appreciate you. And until next time, enjoy your marketing journey.